Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
What, Chelsea?
Already. Beautiful. 2-1 victory over the West London rivals Chelsea. A big pain in the ass.
Hard-earned victory.
We got it won. We got it won. We got it done. We got it done.
Got it done, man. And I think I've mentioned it in the past before, but, some people may say that we're supposed to hate the Spurs the most, and I get the reasons why.
Yeah.
But deep down, it's Chelsea. It's always been Chelsea for me. It's the team I cannot stand the most.
No, yeah, Chelsea, they're just dirty. You know what I mean? I just don't really like them. Plus the whole Jose factor. Their recent dominance kind of, or, not really dominance, but, they're always in the mix.
Definitely upper hand on us for a while now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I can't stand Chelsea. I was so happy today. Yesterday when we beat them. That's beautiful. Because going into the game, I don't know if I'm all by myself on this, but I didn't think we had a prayer just because of all the shit we just said about it's Chelsea and they've always had an upper hand on us, and But it looked like they had a little bit of a hangover from the all the title celebrations.
I would definitely say their midfield was piss poor. We had runners all over the pitch, pretty much all game,
Yeah, no, that was a huge factor in the win. Plus, how about the energy? At the start of the game.
Yeah.
As fans, that's all we want is just the team to come with a plan and the intensity and be mentally prepared at the start of a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was incredible.
Well, because so many times it's happened this year, I always kind of take a look up at the clock around the 15-minute mark just to see, just to give a quick assessment, okay, how did we start this game? And, at the 15-minute mark, we had put a goal in the net. I think we did.
It was right around there. I don't, somebody will tell us.
But I think it had just happened, actually, and that's why I kind of had noted, wow, at the 15-minute mark, we're up 1-0 again, which has happened a little bit lately, in the last few weeks and stuff.
That was the energy, the way we started the match. Like I said, as fans, that's all we want from the team to just come.
Energy had everything to do with that first. Sorry about that.
No, you're cool.
Energy had everything to do with that first goal too. I just thought, it was a microcosm of what you just said. Alexis took that hard shot, and when he reacted to the rebound, nobody on the pitch was moving. He was the only one. It was Ramsey moved a little bit, but
Ramsey moved to kind of get in the way. And let's this was a great match, a lot of energy, high level. People were playing good. Just a lot of talking points. A couple of them happened on that play there. The controversial handball call claim and the offsides. What did you think about those two?
I don't feel like it was an offsides.
Oh wow.
Okay. They could have called it, but I didn't feel like it was an offsides because, of the kind of pinball play of the ball, when you
Okay,
see it, when you see it in
let
slow
me,
motion, you see Aaron Ramsey does take a step towards the ball,
yeah, he does.
but you have to be in reality that's in slow motion that you really see it that way. But like when it's bang bang in real life, like it really looked like the only person moving on the pitch was Alexis. Like everybody else seemed to be standing still.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll come back on that one with my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why he was the only one moving was because everybody did. Do you think it's because everybody thought that was a handball? He's just like he hits the ball with his hand. He knows exactly where it's going. He gets to that spot, and to me, it looked like Ramsey was was gonna get in the way, but the keeper. It shouldn't have been even been a factor because the keeper knew Ramsey was already outside, so he should have only been focusing on Alexis. And with that, I'll say he wasn't in the way, because that's the main point.
Yeah.
Was he in the way of the keeper? Basically?
I guess the only thing about the offside thing for me was that we don't see plays exactly like this very often, but a lot of times when they call that ball back because a person interfered with, the keeper. A lot of times it's because, he gives the keeper a whole different look of possibilities. Like, because, he's at a spot where the person could be crossing the ball, or he could be shooting directly at the keeper, and the keeper's got two places to guard, and it's confusing, and and that's why it's a distraction, and that's why it's offsides. But this one, both players were moving to the same spot. The ball was going to one place and one place only. Right. And so when Ramsey dips towards it and Alexis is going towards it too, I just feel like, if Ramsey really tries to shield the keeper or, drop off to get into a spot where he can, put a ball away or something, but he just stops. He just stops and realizes oh shit, I can't touch it, but Alexis can, and he just stops, and the ball's going to the same spot. So it's not like Courtois was crossed up or had a different way to go, or
No, yeah, I got you. I just thought Ramsey, he shouldn't have even thought about making an attempt at a ball, and he kind of ran over towards it when he knew he was outside. He should have just stayed where he was, and then we wouldn't even be having this discussion. But anyway, besides all that, now the thing with that handball, I've seen those handballs given all the time.
Yeah.
But I never agree with them when they're given. And I kind of feel the same way about this one. I don't mind those not being given because it wasn't deliberate. You know what I mean? It happened, but it was blatantly obvious that his hand was there and it hit it. But the ref, he just said, whatever, let it go. So I love him for it.
He was bold to just be strong about his decision, but I mean, you know what? That could have gone either way, and I couldn't say shit if they said, "Oh, handball, man."
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's just because of the motion of Lexus, the way it happened. As it was coming back to him, he jumps up towards the ball and puts his hands up. It's just it was just kind of a weird, but he never stretched his arms out, or it was just by his body. It was I don't know what to call on that. Just
kind of the way he plays. Let's see, Wenger, got it. We've been hard on the old man. He got his tactics right. He set the team up. He looks like he had them fired up from the beginning. Things we've been knocking him on. So the team came out ready to go at the beginning of the whistle. And man, as Arsenal fans, that's all we want. If we had that from the beginning all season, man, we could do some damage. But and another thing, whatever Wenger did or whatever he employed tactically, I wasn't at the game, to kind of control Hazard, it seemed to work. Whether that was just kind of Xhaka not really pushing forward, but just staying in position. I don't know, but I mean, I was really nervous about Hazard.
That's a great point, man, because I did kind of make a comment to myself, just thinking at one point, like, he had gotten the ball kind of near the box, a good number of times where, I was kind of waiting for him to break somebody down or just at least just rip some shots, and he kind of wasn't doing it. Like, and like you said, I think defensive positioning had a lot to do with it, and not lack of aggression by him, or something like.
Exactly. I mean, he had his moments. I mean, this is an Arsenal defense he's going up against, but it was controlled. Like, we controlled him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We go into some of these matches against superstars, we really don't control their superstars, and I thought we did a pretty good job controlling them. I think the formation is absolutely perfect for somebody. Look, another guy I've been knocking all year, Bellerin. It's three in the back, him as a wing back pushing up and down. It looks like it's good for somebody like him and Ox.
Yeah.
Bellerin is forced to be more aggressive to me in this formation. And we saw that a bit the last couple of weeks. He was kind of, he took a couple shots Saturday. So it looks like it fits him in that aspect. But with Ox, it does the opposite. It forces Ox to calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? Pick and choose your spots to run and, and be a factor offensively. But at the same time, it just, to me, because he has to concentrate on defense, I think it's slowing his overall game down to the point where he can, really do some things. And, that's kind of what we've been seeing at Ox.
I hear you, dude. Like, Bellerin's game I thought was solid. Hey, let's do the numbers. Bellerin, I'm gonna give him like a 7.5, 8 even.
I thought he was fantastic.
He was aggressive. He got around his guy a few times.
Yeah.
The few times he did cut in, he was effective. He found guys that were kind of cutting and open and stuff. Like,
definitely.
I thought he had a good game. But boy, that Ox boy, I tell you what, man, I think literally this kid is getting reinvented before our eyes, dude.
Yeah. Versatility, Yeah. Left wing back.
Well, the best thing I love about it is that because we got an extra person up in attack and it makes them have to kind of scramble and make sure that they got everything covered, it gives Ox that freedom that he needs. He needs that. If you give him just a little bit of space, he'll run by you. He'll creatively flick it by you and just outrun you to the ball. Like he's good, and he's getting better with those like little lob crosses and finding people cutting. And
he's also he's sorry to cut you off, but he's also getting better. He's also getting better at picking and choosing when to make those runs. I thought he was very disciplined on Saturday. You noticed a couple times, oh shit, that's Ox. Look at him go. You know what I mean? But for the majority of the game, he was concentrating on his positioning. Mm-hmm. And for a guy who's been out the last couple of weeks to come in a final and play a left wing back,
yes,
that just that just says a lot.
Reminiscent of like when they just out of the blue had to play Ox in a different position against AC Milan, in Champions League that time. All of a sudden he's playing a new spot. Look at this. Ox responds like the dude is talented. He's and he's a good kid. I get it. Like, I love you, Ox. I do. I love you.
Hey, relax.
You're improving, and I'm proud of you, and I'm patting you on the top of your little spongy head right now. Good job, kid. Good job.
Ox came a long way. We'll discuss. So we're gonna kind of have an award show next week, God willing.
Okay.
So we'll see where Ox lands in that. But a couple more people I want to talk about. Get your perspective on them. Holding, composure, and class. You can really start to see the confidence building in him. There was a moment in that game where he had a run in with Luis Gomez from Boogie from Boogie Nights. Costa, he had a couple run-ins with him, but he didn't back down. He gave it back to him. You know what I mean? It's good times.
By the way,
here we go.
I think we just found. I mean, we've always known it, but I think he's more evil deep in his soul than Danny Alves, and that's saying something. Because Danny Alves is like a little devil. He's like a little wicked, evil devil.
He kind of looks.
Diego
like
Costa has that in him. He's got a streak in him. But all that being said, if he was playing for my squad, I would love that motherfucker, man. He pushes and punks and just what a handful, man.
Handful, scored a soft. I mean, Ospien, he shit the bed on it. Anyway, so that's your holding opinion.
Holden was wonderful, dude. That kid he's a future star for Arsenal. I see things possible, this is a John Terry fit for Arsenal. He might be here for 20 years.
20 years with the club, doing big things, very calm, looking at fools like what?
I also noticed, you were talking about, his demeanor is just such a trip for a young kid, but there was a couple times when Chelsea kind of pressured us, when we play out of the back and we try to we kind of play 3-man game on the wing. Sometimes that's going to involve you holding. And I can't believe the handful of times that he received a ball with somebody bearing down on him and just calmly tapped it to his weak foot and scooted it on to the next person.
Solid.
He's got a little bit of class to his game. It's just he's a good kid. I like this guy, dude. I like him a lot. Too.
And I like that. And like I said, there was a stretch in the game where he was kind of talking shit. He kept pointing to his brain, like your mental or something.
Yeah.
So just little things like that let you know that he does have that streak in him. You know what I mean? That you're not gonna fuck with me. So that was good times. Don't know why don't know why Conte took Costa out of the game, but I was happy because, like you said, he's a handful. But when he took him out, I kind of was like, okay, I can loosen up the sphincter. To show the team, came out, and was aggressive. Ozil got booked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just proves fucking Wenger had him hyped, and we were being aggressive because Ozil got a yellow card for a bad challenge.
Yeah, that very fact right there. That very fact right there it's almost like the definition of why Arsenal fans have been screaming all season. One, it shows that Ozil does have a I give a fuck attitude when he wants.
Yeah, definitely. And I think
it also shows that Wenger has the ability to fire a team up if he wants. Definitely. And these are two things that the fans have been asking for all season long.
Totally. And your little Xhaka theory is coming together great. He just needs time to get acclimated. Saturday's game, that's exactly how you want to remember Xhaka. You know what I mean? You just kind of remember him just, keeping the ball movement or being in the right position or making a challenge, but you don't, you know what I mean? There's not too much other shit jumping off. He just had a solid, quiet, professional game. You know?
Yeah.
And I was one of the people that was really hard on him. But, he's still not my cup of tea because he's just a little too slow for the modern game for me.
Right.
But at the same time, he can be effective if paired with the other person. And it looks like right now that's Aaron because Aaron's never near him. So he's got to ping those long passes. But it's like, So yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Ramsey has forced him to stay back some.
Right.
Because, hey, at any point, when you blink your eyes, Aaron Ramsey could be anywhere on the pitch, dude. Anywhere.
In the box.
Hey, dude, I don't know, dude. I'm telling you, like, if somebody's been my GOAT, my go-to scapegoat for, like, 3 seasons now, it's Aaron Ramsey. And I still get through, like, 10-game periods where I'm just like, God damn, but I love this kid sometimes, dude. Like,
Yeah, throughout the game, you're like, look at him. He's wide open in the box. Oh, what a run by Ramsey. You know what I mean?
yeah, where did he come from? I don't know.
Yeah. And, and boom, that's exactly how he scores that goal. Beautiful pass by Giroud, but Aaron Ramsey's in the box heading it, what I mean? For the match winner.
Yeah.
And, that's one of the things you love about Ramsey. When it's going right is the fact that he'll try anything. He's completely aggressive. He's not afraid to shoot from anywhere. And when it's going good and he's in great form, it's a thing to behold. I've seen it that one year, and Saturday was a little example of what he can do when he's in good form. Because he didn't frustrate me at all yesterday. You know what I mean?
No. I got the impression that I think deep down, probably a lot of players in the league were like that. Deep down as a kid, they probably had aspirations of being like a world class striker.
Right.
And Ramsey just gives me the impression like his lifelong dream, that's what he wanted to be, was a terrorizing striker to, because he knows how to get open. He knows where to go. He's just, as a world-class striker, he's not quite fast enough,
right?
Not quite strong enough. There's, doesn't quite jump high enough. There's just a few things that just keeps him away from being what he wants to be. But he's definitely got tools. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, he knows how to play this game and shit like that. Like,
definitely. I think if let's just say somebody like Middlesbrough had Aaron Ramsey on their team and they decided to just make him a striker, he would have kept him up this year.
Right.
He would be a great striker, one of those little dirty strikers on one of those sorry ass teams.
Yeah.
He's just got that knack of he's kind of like Lord Bentner. Like Bentner, you know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean, dude.
He would find himself in wonderful positions to score goals all the time. It's just like with Ramsey, it's just like their finishing isn't as consistent as it needs to be to really be world class.
He's effective. Like, I know what you mean by like that, like lower class team where possibly he could just kind of stand out and be a star. But like his, in games that just kind of lull, because we've seen it with Arsenal where it's just like, sometimes like we're just nothing's happening. If you want somebody that's still playing like he gives a fuck, it's somebody like Aaron Ramsey. So like definitely. he would be a terror for a team like that where they're just like nothing's happening, Oh, Ramsey breaks through behind the line. What's going? Yeah, it's like he would be an exciting player like that.
Definitely.
So anyway, what I'm trying not to do. I'm trying on the last day with a great result to not fall in love with all these players again. Right. I understand some of their talents and stuff, but I'm staunch and understand that this offseason's important. We have to establish some reinforcements. We got to pull up, we got to get more hardcore talent on the team. And that's the reality.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, we won the FA Cup. That's always nice. We got the most now. Wenger's got the most. So it's, it's a beautiful thing, for the club. But at the same time, we're not going to, paper coat, this season or the last few seasons into thinking that, that's what happened to us last year. We came in second and, we finished above Tottenham, so everybody thought, oh, wow, we came in second. So, but no, we have to do more, and that's obvious. Before we get off the game, I gotta say this one thing. One of my favorite players to make fun of, and to watch play and just check out his style. He was our captain on Saturday. Hasn't played all year. His first start, and one of my favorite characters and players on the team, Per Mertesacker. To me, man of the match.
Yeah, dude, I'm back. I'll back you.
Every crucial. Oh my gosh, we need a tackle. He gets it. He even got to a few headers, even though he's 6'7". Sometimes he doesn't do that, but I just thought he played great for not having played all season. And, hats off to the old man. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't mind keeping Per. You know what I mean? He can go on a little Capital Cup run and, teach some of the younger kids, be there with Holding. He could stay.
Yeah.
He played great. So go ahead, Fitty. Your thoughts on Per?
I love Per, dude. I just love his head. Like,
right.
There's a lot of things that, physically people can complain about, but like you can't complain. Like the dude understands soccer. He knows what he's doing out there. I cracked up myself, like in like the first 3 minutes of the game. I remember something kind of happened. I think a ball ended up getting headed out of bounds because somebody intercepted or something, whatever. But they showed a picture and Per was out there and he was already commanding the field. He was telling fools, bring the line up. Come on, get it up here. He was just on top of it. The dude's a professional, man. He knows soccer. He's been playing it all his life. In a weird 6 foot, 79-inch way, with however tall this fool is, he's technically pretty. He's so sweet. He's so sweet with his feet and shit.
Reads the ball like a champ, and he's really good at getting the team, position right, and chatting it up with the fellas. He's solid. Just really, 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 really.
I also noticed too, one of the things
slow, really slow.
Slow. But one of the things Chelsea, I think, is like to do to us a lot, which they kind of started doing when they brought in Willian, the little afro-haired Brazilian.
Yeah.
But they like to kind of throw that lead pass up to one of their little fast wingers or something to to get us on our heels and stuff like that. But so anyway, when they started lumping that ball up, I noticed that the line is not as high up with Per, obvious reasons. He's not that fast and he can't necessarily. But then I also noticed that the line was Per. It was just Per.
Yeah.
With this weird formation that we're running, the other two defenders were actually played up the field a little bit, and it was just on Per to set the offside line.
Got you. Yeah.
It was kind of weird and shit, but
you get all excited talking about Per. He's sick though. Great game for him. Back to what she said just a few seconds ago. You said William, that afro-haired Brazilian.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah.
The little afro-haired Brazilian. You know that guy? You're a savage. You sounded like a KKK member.
There's a certain type of player that I have mad respect for, and
it's just Brazilian.
Yeah, it's just a guy that understands, everybody, what? The media, the announcers, the fans, they might not understand the way that players on the pitch understand. But there's players like Willian. I'll always say that about Nani. Old Nani from Manchester United. There's players on the pitch that other players understand, dude, you're a beast. You're hella hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Sane from Man City. hella quick with a little bit of strength and just.
Especially in his black jersey. Oh. You know what I mean? If he's got that black jersey on, you're not going to catch him. Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane. Yes. People like that, that are just like.
Hey, I got you. Okay?
Yeah. So.
Listen to me.
When Willian came on, I got a little nervous because he was spanking people. He was out there just, going around people and.
Yeah, no, he's a beast. He's an Afro-haired Brazilian. So.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Anyway.
Like Marcelo, these kind of people,
Fools like that. Yeah. When you said Nani, I thought that's where you were going because, throw a little S curl in it too. Yeah.
A little S curl, Yeah.
Anyway, let's see.
A jury.
We could have been like 3 or 4, maybe even 5-1 if we finished all our chances.
Yeah. Well, I mean, being optimistic about our team, I say honestly would be like 3. It could have been about 6-3.
Yeah.
Because we honestly could have scored easily 5-6 goals, but they also did just miss on a couple, No,
that's true. Anyway, great result. I think what that shows, though, is we need an out-and-out striker. And we'll discuss that in the following weeks. We plan on doing shows, like we've been doing once every Monday. We're going to throw something out, maybe even 2 one week, but we'll announce that. So, we're going to get into the transfer market. We're going to be with you all off season. So thanks for the continued support. You can follow me on Twitter at eMarsho, EMARSHO, and you can follow the show at CITM Podcast, and hit us up on an email, CITM Podcast at Gmail.
Get at me, fools.
Yeah,
at Gooner Rush, and I'm here. Summer off. I'm relaxing. I ain't got much going on, seeing nature, drinking bourbon, playing golf for a little while. So, hey, I got nothing but time. I'll talk to you. Hit me on Twitter.
Yeah, hit us up. We're probably going to need some topics, but we plan on doing, same show once a week, Mondays, everything Arsenal, all off season, plus a whole lot of other shit. So thank you for all the continued support. And I just want to say peace.
This is our first season. Our first season is in the books. Peace.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcast, at Gooner Rush, and at eMarsho. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statics. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at staticsentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.
Sick. That shit was sick, man.
Yeah.